How to start a YouTube channel for real estate agents. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that I will be taking to start and launch a YouTube channel for my real estate production business that will go on to do 6 figures in gross commissions. In fact, I'll document that process here on the channel, but for starters, where do we even begin? Well, I'm gonna walk you through the exact next steps right here in this video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run a real estate sales organization called The Herd with eXp Realty. We're over 200 agents strong in over 30 states. Last year, $275 million in sales volume, and we are just getting started. And I say that because a lot of the agents in my group are 3 years or less in the business. And so if you're watching this, if you're getting value out of the content, you're gonna wanna make sure you hit subscribe. That way you have more of the insights and resources that I and other agents within my group will have to share here in the time ahead. But in the meantime, let's get right into the topic at hand here. So for some context, 3 months ago, I picked up everything and moved to a completely new market area. I'm in Waco, Texas, for those who are curious. And up to this point, I don't really know anyone in Waco. I mean, just about the only people I know are the 2 real estate agents that are in my organization that are here locally. Besides that, I don't have any existing sphere network or contact base to go off of here. In fact, I wasn't even set that I would do production here, because most of what I do personally is on the leadership side, but the way I'm helping agents in my group implement some things that I believe in so much that I just can't help myself. I've got to kind of put into play locally, and I'm going to work with people in my team, both current members and future members, to close the business I generate. So with that context in mind, it's important to note, I'm not depending on any existing contact sphere or network to make this strategy work. I'm starting a new place, a place I don't have any experience personally selling real estate, and we're starting fresh right there. So here's my exact plan for this channel, which I have started, but I have not created any content from it just yet. So you're starting with me day one on this journey. I'm sharing the mindset, the insights, because I've taught other agents how to do this. I've done it in other markets before, and this is exactly what I would do if I was starting fresh today with a brand new channel. And so the action items I'm going to cover here, so this specific action item is called property tours, and this is from a plan I have called the Blueprint. This is item 2 on the Blueprint. If you'd like to find out more about how you can get access to the Blueprint, which is my step-by-step plan on how to add a minimum of 10 closings to your pipeline over the next 12 months, use the link below in the description to schedule a call with me. If you schedule a call and keep the call with me, I'll send you a copy of that plan as my free gift to you. And honestly though, don't book a call if you're not committed to growing your business, because I'm not really looking to connect with people if they're stagnant. I mean, that's fine if you're happy being stagnant. I'm looking for people that are looking to level up and add some serious momentum to their pipeline here in the months ahead. Now, that being said, let me tell you about my channel. It's going to be focused around new construction properties in my area. So my goal is to generate a viewer base of people in my target market locally who are interested in moving to the area and new construction homes specifically. So they're doing their research, they're learning about the community, they're trying to figure out where they want to be when and if they end up moving to the market area here. And my goal with this channel is to generate 12 new home sales before the end of the year, which in order to build that kind of momentum that quickly or even stand a chance, I'm going to need to record and post a minimum of 1 video per week from here on out. Although if I commit to 2 per week, my chances of achieving that goal will be much better. That being said, it's not really, if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, it's not really about how quickly you build the momentum. Although you want to do everything to build it quickly, it's going to take some time for you to really see the growth, because you're building a base from zero. You're building top of mind awareness from an audience that doesn't even exist up to this point if they haven't followed you online. So you gotta understand there's no way around the fact that that's gonna take some time to really see the true fruit of that labor. I would consider 12 in we're talking about the next 8 months here. That's definitely ambitious in my opinion. Can it be done? Well, I think it's exciting to have a goal and shoot for it and put the steps into play. But as of the time of this recording, I've started the channel, but I've not recorded any videos or posted anything whatsoever. I have 0 subscribers, and my growth will be organic from here on out. I do not intend on sharing any of the content across my existing social channels to gain views. I strictly want to get views from people that are looking at the local market. So I don't want to push it out to people if they're outside the local market. It's not going to be relevant to my target audience unless they're seeking that out on their own. So here's the steps I'm taking, and I will likely document the journey occasionally for those who are curious who follow me along the channel here. So if you're running the YouTube strategy, or if that's a piece that you want to put into play, I highly encourage you to follow me along the journey and look for the videos I post that relate to this. So I'm going to cover the 4 steps and then the key to making it all work. So the step 1 is to record my first video. And for me, I'm going to start with a different video than what most of my videos will be. So my first video is going to be more of kind of an introduction, and specifically I'm going to call it the top 5 reasons for moving to Waco, Texas in 2025. So it's going to relate to my target area. I want that to be a very searchable phrase and term. And honestly, I couldn't tell you as of this moment what the top 5 reasons are for moving to Waco. I'm going to put some thought into it. I'm going to do some research. It's going to relate probably on some level of why I ended up here. And honestly, I want to let you know I'm not the expert at this point. I need to do some research and look into that and become more of the local market expert in my areas since I'm new to the game. So if you're new to the game of real estate, on the same step as you as far as really getting to know my local market. So know that you start with where you're at with that. If you're a seasoned veteran, honestly, you probably know more about your local market than I do about mine leading up to this point. So all you got to do is click record and put it on camera and get out of your own way with that. And so for me, that's the first step. I want you to understand that up to this point, I've made hundreds of videos. I'm not a stranger to getting on camera. It's not the easiest thing in the world for me, believe it or not, but I've done it enough times to where I can click record and start saying something. If you're not at that point, maybe don't start with that exact same video. If your biggest issue is being on camera, I would start with more of what the regular content's going to be for your first video. And I'll talk more on that here in a moment. But my second step, starting a channel, is so you want to go and make sure you have a channel that you start the YouTube channel. So if you have a Gmail account, that's super easy. If not, go create an account. And what you want to do is name the channel something relevant to your market. So my channel is Living in Waco, Texas. Yours can be something similar to that, but I would encourage you to make it relevant to the broader market that you're going to be covering in your local area, or potentially your name. But you got to understand that people searching are more likely to search your local market than your name, at least until you built a massive personal brand. But that's probably down the road. We're going to work towards it. But for now, start with where you're at and put something searchable. And I want you to understand my strategy is to show inventory and to share what buyers are interested in seeing and looking at if they were researching and looking at potential options for housing out this way. And that leads me to step 3, which are the key content milestones. So beyond taking the first couple steps there, the bigger thing is, for one, getting my first 12 videos recorded and posted. That's milestone number 1, because what I want to have to utilize in the future is I want to have a playlist of 12 videos that I can rotate out and send to my database that I'll be building in the meantime. Because people are going to find me at different points in time with the YouTube content and also any of the digital marketing that I do. I put dollars into reaching and promoting to new people, getting new people into my funnel and pipeline. I want to have some video assets to leverage, hence the 12 video playlist. And so that's my first order of business beyond the first 2 steps, is get to 12 videos recorded and posted. That way I have that playlist to work with. And then the very next thing, as far as a key content milestone, is to have a weekly video that's being posted and recorded. And I want to be very clear, like, what are these videos? Well, for me, the strategy is going to be property tours. So a property tour is no different than what you or I or anyone else in the real estate business is going to be doing if they're out showing properties. Because what do? We take buyers and we tour properties. All we're doing that's different in this case is we're putting it on video. And the best news for almost all of us at this point is, what do we start with? We start with this. We all got a smartphone. You see this? This smartphone right here has an unbelievable camera, and mine is 5.5 years old. How crazy is that? It still has a really good camera. Yours probably isn't that old. It's probably an even better camera. So you're at a better starting point than I am. I mean, personally, I have this camera. It's definitely way more than I need, and it's better than my DSLR camera. I have 2 cameras I'm recording on right now. This little one that fits in my pocket, it's called DJI Osmo Mobile 3. It costed like $660 with the creator pack when I bought it. And for me, I'm going to use that with the home tours, but you don't need that. Your smartphone will do it. That's where I would start if that's all I had, and it would work equally as good, if not better. This might not work as good because it looks so professional. Part of the reason why people like YouTube is it's real, it's authentic, it's not overly produced. So there's an element of that that's actually valuable versus having a professional do it. You don't want to have a professional do this. You want that authenticity to come off from you actually doing the tour. And so the best part about this is you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an actor. You don't have to be great on camera. In fact, if that's the biggest thing standing in your way between you and implementing the YouTube strategy, I would tell you don't get on camera. Don't even do the top 5 reasons video like I started with. Like, just get straight to the property tours if that's where you got to start, and crank them out. Again, this is like, I walk through exactly what's and how to do as far as the strategy goes, but there's a very specific strategy. In a nutshell, you want your videos to be recorded horizontally this way. That's the way people watch things on YouTube, long form content. And you want them to ideally be at least about 10 minutes long. Gotta be a lot longer, but don't make it too much shorter, because it's gonna work in your favor if they're at least 10 minutes. The way you get to 10 minutes is by walking super slowly through the home. You wanna hold the camera steady. If you go out and get a handle or a gimbal, you might spend $20, but it's gonna help you to hold it super steady so you get that steady shot. And your video throughout the home should be one shot. You start in the front yard facing the home, you slowly walk up, then you go inside, and then you do a tour of the whole home. Again, super steady, super slow. But if it's a 2,000 square foot home and you walk slowly through it, I mean, that should easily be 8 minutes worth of content right there, just your walk through. And if you add the outro and the intro, ideally that's you talking. Worst case, if you gotta not be on camera, do some extra footage of the home and talk over for the first minute and last minute for the intro and outro. And that brings me to the 4th step. I'm already getting into the 4th step, which is the important details. So for one, everyone wants to know, like, how do you find the houses to record? What I would do if I were you is I would start with new construction. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So my plan is I got 2 builders. They're literally right down the road from where I live, like 2 minutes away. I'm gonna go to the 2 builders and they have model homes. And I'm gonna go to the model home and I'm gonna go to the builder rep who's on site in the model home. And I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna say, hey, my name is Tyler Roicki with eXp Realty. I'm a local realtor in the area. And I hope you don't mind, but I came by so I could do video walk through this property. I'm building a base of clients from out of town. I know they're gonna love to see the home and the product that you guys offer. So I hope you don't mind, but I'll be in and out here relatively quickly, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not really even gonna pose it in the form of a question like, hey, can I do this? I'm just gonna state like, hey, here's who I am, here's what I'm here for. I hope you don't mind, and then, I mean, if they do mind, they've got an opportunity to let me know. Otherwise, more likely than not, they're gonna say something along the lines of, hey, great, well, take your time, let us know anything else you need. Because fact is, builder reps, I mean, they want to get these homes sold. That's like part of what their job is. Most of them understand that you having a video out there of their home, of you walking through it, is not going to hurt their cause. It's probably going to help, if anything, especially if you actually do have contacts from out of your area who might be seeing it. So point is, that's the approach, and keep it simple, keep it like that. The less weird you make it, the easier it will be to get what you need and not have anyone standing in your way. So that's step one, and it's simple to find houses to record with that in mind, because you'll build connections with the different reps locally. Whenever they have a new model or something, they're going to be happy to have you come in and do your thing, get a video, and they'll probably encourage you to go look at some of the other inventory they have if you want. So that's kind of how you get your foot in the door. And then once you have those initial video assets to work with, that's something that you can take where if you needed to access other properties, maybe some listed that were vacant by agents, some of them would be more open to having you do that if you have a quality video and example of others that you've done, especially if you start to get to a point where you have some solid reach and are getting eyes on the properties. But start with the builders. That's the ones that are the most easily accessible. You don't have to really get approval for a showing or video. Like, as long as the builder rep doesn't tell you can't do it, then you'll be fine if you're kind of going about it that way. The other important details with the video is editing, optimization, and then the most important thing are something called CTAs. You definitely want to know about the CTA, because if you do everything else but don't have a good CTA, you're probably not going to get anyone reaching out to you. So with the editing, keep it as simple. The way that the editing is going to be as simple as possible is to have the tour done in one shot instead of multiple clips. So literally start to finish, one solid shot of the whole home. And then you insert an intro and an outro. Ideally, the intro is about a minute long of you talking, and then the outro, same thing, except you're closing out the video. So you're introducing in the intro, where are you? Hey, what community are we looking at today? Where are we? Any details you want them to know about the home specifically. And then same thing with the outro, except you're closing it out. But the most important thing about the intro and outro is, one, to build that familiarity with you so that they hear you, that they're building a little more top of mind awareness if they're watching. But then also you want to give a compelling reason on why they should get in touch with you. So that's where your call to action comes in. Your call to action is, who is this for, and why should they get in touch with you? So for instance, I like to use, if we're talking new builders, figure out what incentives are going on and let them know how they can access that information. So that's basically by getting in touch with you. And the more of a sense of urgency that you can instill as far as why they should get in touch with you sooner than not, especially if they're in the market right now, give them a compelling reason and make it simple for them to get in touch with you, whether it's call, text, email. Make it easy for them to reach out, and for you to, as a byproduct of them reaching out, get their correct contact info right away. So you want to have a compelling call to action. And then as far as optimizing the videos for performance, you want to have a solid description that includes keywords for your target area. It hasn't ever been easier to do this because we have ChatGPT and other platforms out there that can help you optimize your videos, write keyword rich descriptions that help people find your content if they're searching in your area. And there's tools like TubeBuddy and vidIQ, stuff like that. But really, you can do so much with ChatGPT. If you give it inputs that it can help you craft and refine the description with keywords and all that good stuff. And really, you want a good thumbnail. The tours, it can be a front shot of the home. Ideally, you do a quick HDR edit to make it look very vibrant with the colors and everything like that. And it could really be as simple as that. You don't got to do anything too crazy. If you want to put your face on the thumbnails too, you can. But with property tours, really showcasing the house is what it's all about. That's what people are coming to see. I could walk you through more of the mindset behind the YouTube channel, but the biggest key to making it all work is consistency. And that's where most people fall short. A lot of people start a channel, very few people are still at it a few months in. But the one thing that's going to be the biggest driver of your success, especially if you can follow the first few steps correctly, is, can you do it week in and week out? Can you have a new video posted like clockwork at the same time on the same day every single week? And can you do that for well over a year nonstop? Because those who do, those are the ones that really set the foundation and put into motion something that will ultimately be building and growing for them in the future. So if you're gonna commit to the first couple steps, follow it through so that a year from now, or even if it's 18 months from now, that you're building a base of potential clients and ultimately opportunity coming your way, because by the time you start to see people reaching out from your channel, it's the highest quality leads and contacts you'll ever see anywhere, short of like a warm referral from someone you already have worked with before. I mean, YouTube contacts are the best because by the time they've consumed video after video of you and have seen and gotten some added value from you and are familiar with who you are in your local market and kind of associate you with new construction or whatever your target niche is, it's less of a question of why should they work with you. By the time they're reaching out, they already know that they want your help or have questions for you that they want answered. And usually it's more of a dynamic of like they're hoping that you could help them. They're wondering if you would have the time versus you trying to sell or convince why you're the right agent that they should be connecting with. There's nothing as powerful as YouTube as far as how you can do that, especially if you consider the fact that you don't have to crank money into it. Really, the biggest commitment is your time, and then over time, as you build the revenue stream for it, maybe you reinvest back into getting some key people into place with your team, maybe getting an editing team into place like I have. That's the one thing I'm not gonna spend time on is editing. Shout out to my team, and if that's something you need help with, reach out to me. I have a phenomenal team that I could connect you with if you're looking to hire someone for that potentially. But all that being said, that's how I'm going about launching my YouTube production channel. I know it's gonna work for sure because I've done this before and I've taught other people how to do it who have succeeded at it. The one thing I don't know for sure is how quickly it will happen. Although my goal is to get 12 deals generated before the end of the year. I don't know if that timeline actually lines up. All I do know is I can set the goal, I can put this proper action steps into play, and then the rest will take care of itself. But I'm looking forward to keeping you tuned in on the journey. In the days ahead, I'll be recording the first few videos and get it into motion to at least start posting on a weekly basis. It's likely that I'll update you all periodically along the way here. So if you got value out of this video, if you learned anything, if it was insightful in any kind of way, make sure you're subscribed and leave me a comment. I'd like to know, what market area are you in? Have you started a YouTube channel yet? Or is that the very next step? And if so, again, what market area will we be serving? If there's anything else I can do to help and provide some added value, check out the description below. There might be a thing or two for you there. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.